The on-time people feel late. All right, so I guess I can explain to you what we're gonna do. So we'll start with spinal mobility stuff first, and then we will add some kind of like fast twitch quick bursts. So we're gonna go back and forth between something like slow and controlled, and then something where the goal is to just move fast, okay? So start with, I would start with a wall just as something to aim for, but you don't need it. So you're starting with this squat. I have a wall, like my heels are about 1.5 feet away from the wall. Squat down, reach with one arm. Pick your favorite arm. You're gonna start with that one. Squat forward, reach with that arm. And then when you come back, go up and over, drive the hips forward and lean back. So we're just trying to like squat down into it, wake up the knees and hips, and then drive the hips forward, reach up and over. Take the eyes with it. So eyes go down to the ground, open up the rib cage, reach back, fingertips go back to the wall. Yeah, and if you don't have a wall, just go into space. The wall kind of helps because it makes you continue to do that same bend every time. And if you feel like it's super easy to hit the wall, just scoot a little bit further forward and make it more of a lean. Nice job. So go through 10 to 12 of those on one side. If you feel like each time you're getting further and further, then keep going to 12. If you feel like at some point you're done, you're good. You've started to like hit the wall, literally and figuratively, then go on to the next side. Also, if you're somebody that hates to count, just do like 10-ish. And if you go 2 more, 2 less, then you're good. So you can connect the breathing with the movement. So inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reach back. So think about moving the hips forward. Your hips are your counterbalance. So if you're reaching back, hips have to go forward. If you're reaching forward, hips have to go back. Yeah, perfect. Nice. It should feel good. This is like a great first move to start with because it just opens up hips, opens up the abs. It should feel good. So do 10-ish of those on one side and then switch 10 on the other side. When you're done there, go into, we're gonna do some hip work. I would hold on to something just so that balance isn't your limiter. If you're not there yet, don't worry about it. We'll all kind of move at our own pace. You'll do some things faster than other people and some things slower than other people. So now onto the faster exercise. Hold onto the wall, raise that forward leg up until you really can't get it a whole lot higher without leaning back or compromising the spine. Hold it there, and now just bend the knee, straighten out the leg. Bend the knee, straighten out the leg. Try to make it a quick knee pull in, and then a slow kick back out. So we're trying to work on making that hip flexor fire fast. Go through 10 to 15 of those. At some point, that hip flexor could just start wearing out, and your leg starts dropping down low, and it's not really serving that purpose anymore. So try to hold the leg up high, and like you're trying to like drive the knee up to the chest. 15 quick, and then before you switch sides, sorry if I didn't catch any of you. 15 of those quick. Once you're done there, go into 15 where you're just kicking a straight leg up fast to the front. So 15 of these. If you had started with this, it would have been easy, but now you should feel like there's fatigue in that hip flexor, so it's starting to get tired. Starting to feel like there's some junk up there in the hips. 15 of those, and you're doing the exact same thing on the other side. You can hold the same side of the wall, you can turn around and face the other way, either way. But you're doing the same thing first. So raise that leg up until you feel like you can't really get it a whole lot higher. And then you're just doing these quick knee tuck-ins and extend. Like you're trying to just get the knee up to the chest. Quick, return. Quick, return. So go through 15 of those. Tuck in, quick, slow extend. If you can get that leg up high enough, you should start to feel it in the hip. Check that the shoulders are always staying stacked over the hips. I can get the leg higher by leaning back, but really nothing's happened in this angle. It's just my other hip that's doing all the work now. So after 15 of those leg tucks, you're going through 15 of those straight leg kicks. And again, check that all that movement is isolated just to the hip. So don't let the upper half of the body lean back just to get the leg higher. It'd be better to just have shorter kicks and have them be true to that joint. Nice job. All right, so once you're done with those, whenever you're ready, you're back to your wall reaches. This time the wall is going to be to your side. So my foot, outside edge of my foot is like 2 feet away from the wall. Your outside arm will reach down, squat, reach down, and then reach up and over the head. So the bicep kind of comes to the ear, fingertips reach over the head. So squat, lean down, exhale, reach up and over the head. Go through 10, 12-ish of those. So it should feel like now it's just stretching out the oblique, opening up the rib cage. Same thing, if you can match the breathing to this, excellent. Inhale down, exhale, reach over into it. Yeah. So 10 to 12 of those on one side. Movement in the hips. So when I'm reaching up and over, my hips are going to the side. They're not staying still and just limiting the spinal movement. If I can shift the hips over, then I have this big lean. Yeah, perfect. 10 to 12 of those. When you're done with that, it's the same thing on the other side. You want to, if you don't have a wall, don't worry about it. You can just kind of reach for your imaginary wall. Squat down, reach up and over. If it's an easy wall to reach, challenge yourself to just move a little bit further away so that you have to really lean into it. And trust that that oblique will pull you back. This whole side of your body is responsible for just pulling you back up to neutral. Yeah, perfect. There's movement in the hips, knees are moving, so nothing should be still. The idea is to get as much movement as we can into all the parts. So open up and reach. Again, see if you can get a little further each time. Should feel good. This is another great one to do. Like maybe not first thing in the morning, warm up a little bit, but otherwise this is excellent. This is a move we don't do a lot in life, just that side tilt. When you're done with that, we'll go back to the fast movements for the hips. So you'll want the wall or chair or something to help if you want a little bit of help with the balance. Now you're raising the leg up to the side until you feel like it can't go up any higher. I'm not leaning away from the leg, so check that the shoulders are staying even, straight over the hips. Raise that leg up until you can't get it any higher, and just bend the knee and kick it out. Bend the knee, kick it out. So you're asking that hip flexor to fire while that leg is in this big side raise position. Yep, hold that side lift. 15 of those quick. Again, the idea is to get that knee in fast. If you can do this quick knee tuck, slow extend. Quick knee tuck, slow extend. That's perfect. Good. Go through 10 to 15-ish of those. Check that the opposite shoulder's not dropping. That's a hard thing to do. Once you're done with those 15, now you're keeping the legs straight and just doing these quick raises. Quick raise up, back down. Check that the toe, a lot of times you want to bend the knee or turn the toe out. Keep the toes pointing forward. So that leaves all the effort for that hip abductor. When you bend the knee and turn the toe out, you'll notice that hip flexor just gets to help again. The idea is to just hit that true lateral motion for the hip. And then you're doing those same two things on the other side. So you can turn around or you can continue to just try to balance it on your own, whatever works. Start with raising that leg up slowly until it can't go any higher. And you're doing that quick knee pull in, extend. Quick knee pull in, extend. Go through 10 to 15 of those. Trying to ask the knee to drive in, which is making all this whole connector just pull really quickly in that lateral hold. So you have 15 of those knee tucks and then 15 of those quick side leg raises. So imagine that if you couldn't see anything from the waist down, if somebody couldn't see you from the waist down, they wouldn't be able to tell that you were really doing anything. So the hardest thing in the world is just stay still. So keep whatever is not helping with that movement still. Let it check out. So you're doing 15 of those knee tucks and then 15 of those leg raises. Just stop. You should feel that right on the side of the hip. Nice. We'll go through the third round of that. You guys are still working on that. But whenever you're ready, we'll go into the third one. It's going to be back to the squat reaches. So you want to be with your back to the wall. Let's go right hand first, just to be on the same page. Right hand squat, reach down, touch the wall. Right hand reaches up and around as far as you can reach to open the chest. So squat down, reach. So when you squat down, you're twisting left. When you come up, you're twisting right and opening the chest and reaching the fingertips as far down the wall as you can. So it's squat, twist down. Come out of the squat, twist the other direction. Go through 10 of those. Squat, twist down, open up the chest, reach as far as you can on that wall. So it should feel like there's a big stretch in the pec, the shoulder, Same idea as all these other times. Try to reach further on that wall. So if you could almost like put a little dot of paint on the wall, that dot's just getting a little further each time as the body is getting comfortable with that rotation. Do 10 to 12 of those on one side and then the other side. So once you switch, it'll be left hand reaching down to the right and then up and around as far as you can open up the chest towards the wall. Again, you don't need a wall. Kind of nice to have this little thing to have to hit. Squat, rotation down, open the chest, reach up. Nice job. 10 to 12 of these, like with all the other ones. See if you can match the breathing with the movement. Open up the chest. Nice job. I say this too much, but it should feel good. If it doesn't feel good, something is wrong. The purpose of this is not to have anything hurt, but to just kind of learn how all these parts can move. When you're done with that, we'll go back to the hip quick movements. So with the wall to your side, or you could be facing it, however you want to do it, you're going to be kicking the leg back. Take the leg back. See if I can lower this so you can see what my leg's doing. Kick the leg back as far as you can without leaning forward. So my shoulders are staying stacked over the hip. Raise the leg back as far as you can. And you're just doing these like 15 donkey kicks. Bring the knee in, like you're trying to just put your footprint on the wall back behind you. Quick pull in, extend. Quick pull in, extend. So go through 15 of those. Your body is, with any movement, will try to figure out a way to kind of help you out. You can call it cheating, or you can call your body an opportunist or efficient. You'll start to lean forward. You'll start to drop the leg. Try to keep the leg high. So you have 15 of those, and then you're doing 15 quick straight leg raises back. So you should see the pattern here. We've done this like knee driver quick movement, and then straight leg quick movement. So because the last thing we were just doing was only asking the hamstring to work, that's where you should feel it, between where the hamstring and the glute meet as well. And you're doing those same two things on the other side. Again, check that the upper half of the body is staying still. So you can hold on to something or not. Raise that leg back as far as you can. Hold it there, knee bent, extend, knee bent, extend. Check that that leg is staying in line. So again, anytime the leg kind of asks to rotate out and the knee goes out, that's just a result of something in the body not pulling the leg back to alignment. So that's why we do these kind of weird moves from time to time, is to strengthen the body's ability to correct itself back to neutral, because we get injured from imbalances. Nice job. All righty. All right, go through 15 of those straight leg raise. You're going to just like kick somebody behind you. I don't know how often you're in that position, but you'll be ready if it happens. Nice. Okay. Moving on completely from that. So whenever you're ready, you guys are going to single leg balance work. So you'll be balancing on one leg. Alternate which arm you're reaching down to the ground. So if I start on the left leg, imagine I'm on my balance beam. I'm reaching the right arm as far forward as I can, come back to neutral, reach the left arm forward as far as you can, come back to neutral. Go through 10 of those. So just 5 on each arm. You're just reaching right, come back up, reach left, come back up. And the leg is just gonna have to deal with this shift in body weight. When you reach with the left arm and you're balancing on the left leg, your body goes through this kind of like barn door experience where it can rotate open on the hip and just feel really awkward. When you reach with the right arm, it's kind of correcting everything back to center. We run with right arm and left leg and right arm. So that side should feel easier when you reach with the opposite arm. Good, do the same thing on the other side. It's just 10. It's just to work a little bit on balance. It's not a whole lot of endurance in this one. 10, and this is your slow controlled movement. So move as fast as feels comfortable, but the idea is not speed. Nice job. Oh, you're killing it. All right, 10 of those, and then we're gonna go through something fast. So it's probably one of my favorite exercises to do. You're gonna go super wide stance for the feet. I don't know if you can see me. I am in a very weird shadowy place, but I'll try to use really good descriptive words. So legs are like twice as wide as my shoulder width is apart, super wide stance. Bend one knee and shift all the way down to that leg. And again, that balance beam idea, imagine you're just trying to pick up a flat foot and move it forward, pick up a flat foot and move it back. So back past neutral. So your foot's landing in front of where it was landing and behind where it was landing. See if you can go through those quick with as little movement in the upper half of the body. So you don't want to be doing these big lunges. You're trying to keep the body still and just move the leg quick, 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 quick. Now think about how the foot's leaving. You want the toe and the heel to leave at the same time. That puts effort in the hip. If I roll up off the toe, it's just asking a lot out of the calf. And as a runner, you're getting tons of that work anyways. We don't usually get fatigued because our calves get tired. We get fatigued because the hip flexors, like the finer muscles, fade out. All right, do 10 to 15 of those forward to back. So that's, you're picking up the foot 20 to 30 times. And then do the same thing to the other side. Easy transition, straighten out that tired leg, then the new leg, and you're doing 10 to 15 of those quick. Check what part of the foot's leaving first. Should be just flat foot. It's just a stomp. And you should feel the difference. Your body will want to go back to that roll up off the toe because it's just a more efficient way to move. But if we're trying to target these muscles or get forgotten about, it's better to just leave it flat. Nice job. 10 to 15 of those front to back. So you're doing 20 to 30 of those little pickups. Nice job. When you're done there, back to the slow stuff. So go back to balancing on one leg. Now you're gonna reach. So let's all do our left leg first. You're gonna reach with the right hand first. And while you're down there, rotate the arms like a helicopter, reach with the left arm and come back to neutral. So you're just adding 2 reaches to every deadlift. So start with the one that feels most natural. So that's the opposite arm of the leg that you're standing on. And then just try to turn them so that one goes down and one goes up. So ideally the arms are doing this. They're always making a straight line. You're not just tap, tap, and then come back up. You're trying to make this big rotation in the upper half of the body and then come all the way back to neutral. So neutral is shoulders over the hips. So reach down with, it's your common direction. Common direction, oddly enough, is your opposite, but it's how we function best. So you're dropping down 10 times on the left leg, and then you'll switch 10 times on the right leg. Every time you're down, you're doing 2 taps and then coming back to neutral. If you can, when you come back to neutral, try to just pick up that leg. So really that free leg never touches the ground. If it's too much and you're like, I just need to like touch the ground and give that leg a second, go for it. You can always put that foot down. It's easy. So reach, control, back up. If you have a really good one, think about what happened when you had a good one. Were your eyes connected to the ground? Were you focused on breathing? Were you not thinking about what you're supposed to be making for dinner? I find that anytime I start thinking about other things, my balance goes. So if it helps to look down at the ground, go for it. Find like a little spot where you can focus on, and then you guys will be good. Well done. All right. Balance ninjas. Okay, when you're done with that, we'll go back to these super wide stance, quick foot lifts. No rush if you're not there yet. Last time we went forward to back, which is what we do every first round. We'll do like a sagittal plane kind of thing first, and then we'll do frontal plane second. So now sink all the weight down into that one leg, pick it up and bring it in, and then take it back to where it was. So we're trying to work on making that hip adductor work quick. Bring the leg in, back out, in, back out. The toe is staying pointed forward. So if you like laser beams going out of your toes, they'd stay forward. There's no rotation out. Go through 10 to 15 of those quick. Again, same idea, that flat foot, put the effort in the hip. 10 to 15 of those on one side. And then that easy transition, keep the feet planted. Bend the other knee whenever you're ready. 10 to 15 quick on the other side. And as little-ish movement in the upper half of the body. I mean, obviously there's going to be movement because you're lifting your body up off the ground, but you don't want to come all the way up and back down, all the way up and back down. You're trying to stay crunched over. So you're asking that lower back to just kind of hold onto you at this pretty aggressive angle. Nice job, 10 to 15 of those. And in third and last round, we'll go back to balance, single leg deadlifts. So this one's fun. Throw. You'll balance on one leg, go down to reach, and you're gonna stay down there the whole time. So right arm goes down, left arm goes up, and then switch. That's one, switch, that's two. Go through 10 of those. You're staying in that deadlift the whole time. So I'm here, hinge over, reach down, one arm goes down, one arm goes up, and switch. And switch. Switch. Work. Focus on breathing. Check that you're not holding the breath. Eyes are on the ground. If you want to make it really fun, you can close your eyes. You have many more ways to make this harder. Same thing on the other leg. You can either come up, give the back a break, or go right back into it. It's that one leg down. Big helicopter movement for the upper half of the body. Nice job. Once you're done with both of those sides, we'll go back to the super wide stance. Bend one knee. And this is gonna look like a dance move. So one foot is in, toe in, pick it up, toe out. Pick it up, toe in, toe out. 10 to 15 of those each way, 15 to 20, I don't know. Do enough that you feel like, okay, that leg is tired. Flat foot, toe in, toe out. And if you put the pointer fingers like on your iliac crest on the highest point of the pelvis, you can kind of check to see that there's no rotation in the pelvis. Pelvis is staying still. It's just that femur inside of the pelvis that's rotating. Again, flat foot, 10 to 15 of those. Same thing on the other side. Bend the knee, pick up the foot, toe in, pick up the foot, toe out. Toe in, toe out, toe in, toe out. Nice job. Check that you're not rolling up off the toe. Just tell the calf, thank you for trying to help me out, but I don't need it. Nice job. Good, 10 to 15 of those, in, back out. Just that quick rotation in, quick rotation out. Perfect. All right. Okay, once you guys are done with that, we're gonna lay down. So get a comfy spot, comfy-ish spot. Grab some water if you need it. Don't wait for me to tell you. You can always stop and get water. All right. So start off laying down on your back. You don't need a weight. If you have a weight, go for it. It's kind of fun to have something to kind of control for shoulder stability. I would do like 5 to 10 pounds. You don't need a weight. So we're gonna go left fingertips pointing straight up towards the ceiling. When you sit up, bring that left foot in and plant the left foot flat. We've done these before. Extend the left leg, roll back down. So sit up, left knee comes in, roll down, left leg extends back out. Do 5 to 10 of those on one side. And then you can do 5 to 10 on the other side. Bend the knee, extend, roll back. This is a really good one to connect the breathing with. You should be exhaling on the up. Wow, Chris, that looks like a 50-pound weight. Chris is a small child up in his hand. Nice job, yeah. Exhale that up. So they're 5 to 10 on one side, and then just switch. See if you can keep the fingertips pointing straight up towards the ceiling. So again, a lot of times your body is going to figure out a way to try to help. And the first way is for that arm to just like launch down to the ground and swing to try to help you, which is cool. Thank you, body, for being efficient, but we don't need the help. Nice. Same thing on the other side, 5 to 10. If it feels good, keep going. If you're like, oh my God, I cannot do 20 sit-ups like this, then go for 5 on each side. That knee lift, well, one, it's going to help you as we go into the next movements, but 2, it's making the lower abs fire more. So both of my legs are down, the lower abs get to kind of check out. If I raise that leg and tuck the knee in, they just have to do more work. They don't have anything they can like push off of. Makes sense? All right. From there, you're gonna roll over and we're gonna do hip drivers. So this is just meant to feel good. It's all meant to feel good. But arms straight, feet are back behind me, and you're just going hip drop, hip punch. Go through 5 to 10 of those. It should just feel good to move, steady, constant movement. If you can take the eyes with you, so eyes go up to the belly button, hips drop, eyes go up to the ceiling. Go through 5 to 10. If 5 feels good, great. If you're like, I could do this all day, go through 10.
My son just made a comment and said, like the wrong way to do a push-up.
What did you say? Oh, this is the wrong way to do a push-up? Yes.
He said, it looks like the wrong way to do a push-up. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly right.
Exactly right. This is, if somebody asked you to do a push-up and you did this, you would get scored poorly. It's a saggy push-up. Nice job. Should feel good. All right. Because we're adding fast stuff in there, you're now going to go down onto your forearms and do the same hip movement, just fast. Hips down, hips up, hips down, hips up. So 10 quick. So the only difference is you're on the forearms and you're just moving through that quicker. Your range of motion is certainly smaller because you just don't have that extension of the arms. Nice job. All right, we have 2 more rounds of that and then you're done. No problem. Nice. All right. So now we're going to go from big movement to small movement. So both legs out. You can either keep them hovering off the ground or you can have them on the ground, arms overhead, and you're just swinging them to come up into a big tuck. So it's just like the first exercise we were doing, which is getting you to be ready for this movement. So go through 5 to 10 of those. These are just knee tuck V-ups. 5 to 10. And as with everything else we've been doing, we've been going from slow, big movement to shorter, fast movement. So 5 to 10 of these. And then once you're up here at the top, stay balanced on the hips and you're doing 10 quick knee tucks. So again, it's a similar movement. You're just going through it a little faster and making it a shorter range of motion. 10 quick knee tucks. Nice job. All right, second round of plank. Arms straight. This time, feet are wide, and you're shifting the hips to the right. Shift the hips to the left. So from the front, it looks like hips right, hips left. Right, hips left. Do 5 to 10 each way. 5 each way should feel fine. Nice job. Big hips, hips side to side with straight arms. These are slow and controlled. And then arms are going to go down into forearm plank. And you're going through that same move, just fast. 5 each way, 10 total. Good. You're just down on the forearms and going quick, 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 quick. Nice job. Then roll over. How much more can we fit into 2 minutes? 1 more round. Y'all can blame Parker for this. He asked for more abs. Just saying. All right. So now, if you can, go arms straight, legs straight. Everything goes back down. Arms straight, legs straight. Even if the legs are only coming an inch off the ground, roll back down. Exhale, come up, straight legs. Go through 5 to 10 of those. So these are true V-ups. You're just kind of snapping up. Nice. So you do want to use the momentum of the arms. Or if I know anybody that can do a V-up without any kind of arm swing. Nice. And then those 10 quick knee tucks last time, promise. We'll stretch after this. Nice job. I'm done. Thanks a lot, Parker. I'll be ready. All right. From there, left hand goes on the right knee. Use that to just rotate you around and stretch. Don't get stuck there too long. Just the movement into that stretch to feel good. Same thing on the other side. Rotation. Okay, this is one of my favorite stretches, but I feel like I have like very flexible Achilles. So we'll see if anybody else can do these. Feet flat, hands are back behind you. Pick up the hips, and you're just trying to take the knees forward over the legs. So you're kind of just sending the knees forward, and I'm trying to stretch the highest part of the quad. I also feel it in the low quad. And then from there, just add a little twist right, little twist left, little twist right, little twist left. Just move that stretch into a little bit deeper. Nice job. That's it. You finished. Week 2. Success. Could you hear me the whole time? Yeah? They're so loud over here. I don't know what to tell you. They dropped their weights. All right, cool. I'll see most of you tomorrow at practice, but everybody else, I'll see you next week. Bye.
Thanks, Mallory.